Hello and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more EU4 Mare Nostrum, playing as Venice. We were at war with Croatia. We're going to take over as much as we can here. I very stupidly forgot to take the mission to vassalize Mantua before we declared the war, so now that's not going to happen. That was a derp moment for me. Very stupid. It's not actually that big of a deal, because I was kind of on the fence about vassalizing Mantua to begin with, so it was never really that exciting. But oh well. What is this thing glowing for? I know we clicked on it earlier, but there we go. That was weird. Oh, they really want me to conquer Cyprus. I know! I really would like to conquer Cyprus too! It'd be great! But we can't. We can't. Mantua is trying to siege down Ferrara. You know, that would be really concerning for the sake of my war exhaustion, but we have optimism. So, war exhaustion should be ticking down by 0.05 to begin with, which is great. We'll just loot down these provinces for a bit. We do not need this many troops here. I probably should not do this. Split. We'll send them off this way. Let's take a couple more troops off here. Wait, did we take a cannon? We did take a cannon. Send the cannon back! Cannons belong over here. Take a couple of infantry. Well, I'll take an infantry and a cavalry. Send them this way. There we go. Alright, let's loot just a little bit faster, I think. Oh, there goes that siege. Wow, that was shockingly fast. Okay, we'll send the cannons over here, and we'll send all the cavalry back over here. How many do you need here? 6? We can afford to lose a couple more infantry here. There we go. That should be fine. And we will just loot to our heart's content. Very good. Alright, so missions. I'm not going to take either of those for now. We have a lot of money. We could become Defender of the Faith if we desire. I don't, though. We have Catholic Zealots in Mantua. Catholic Zealots? Why? You're not Protestant. Are you? Did you convert? You did not. So why are there Catholic Zealots? You didn't convert to Protestantism. You're not trying to convert it to Protestant. It is Catholic. I'm not sure why there are Catholic Zealots. You must have had an event or something. They can happen, on occasion. Can happen. We'll improve relations with Ferrara for a little bit. We'll improve relations with Florence for a little bit. Never hurts to have good relations with all of your neighbors. Especially if you're planning on killing all the other neighbors, and you don't want these ones to cause a fuss. Siege this down, please. Guild leaders, rival nobles status. In Sugla, the presence of guilds has bred a new sort of influence and a sort of influential person. Leading figures in the guild are not only growing richer than many aristocrats in the province, they also wield power, all while lacking the familial ties that have defined the rulers of the city for a long time. Money is money, new or old. Guilds versus aristocrats, loose and prestige, gain production efficiency. In Sugla. Which is where? This one. Production efficiency here isn't that important for a 75% autonomy province. Or lose a little bit of power, gain manpower, which I also don't care about. Is it more important to lose 30 monarch points instead of 15 prestige? No, I don't think so. Money is money, new or old. There we go. Alright. So, win the siege, please, and then we will go kill these people. It'll be great fun, and there will be much rejoicing. You guys get over here, please. Blockade. Transports will do just fine. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Alright, fully looted. Not quite fully looted. This is farmlands, though. If I could not... Okay, I don't want to stack wipe them. I want them to route to Mantua and then have to fight the Zealots. Let's send these 19,000 troops over here. We'll let these guys continue to loot for a bit. Novgorod declared war on the Livonian Order. Unhappiness among the clergy. Do I want papal influence or prestige? I think I would rather lose 10 papal influence. It's not that important. Conversion successful. Awesome. Let's go ahead and convert Scio. Good, we don't have any Greek separatists, so let's go ahead and reset that clock, absolutely. And then they should never fire. Alright. Mantua We're here to almost kill you, but not fully kill you. Please don't stack wipe. Retreat. They did not stack wipe. Good. So go back to Mantua, if you will. You're not gonna. Okay, I guess we're just gonna stack wipe you then. There we go. So, farmlands, we would have to cross a river, but we do have maneuver. They do not, so we won't have to suffer that penalty. Let's go ahead and get more troops over here. I really don't feel like losing more manpower than I have to, honestly. Yeah, we'll just get as many of these troops over here as we can. We'll have a 20 summit stack, 25. We'll kill them, we'll siege down Mantua. We'll take all of Mantua's money, take their trade power. How much do you hate me right now? You actually don't even hate me that much, considering the fact that we're about to beat the crap out of you. I'm so sorry, sir. The game told me I should consider vassalizing you, and I almost thought about it, but then didn't. Alright. Let's see. Let's leave behind cannons. This should be enough. 6,000 is usually enough. There we go. And we'll have the leader to reduce a little bit of the attrition with his maneuver. Very, very good. How are we looking here with the loot? There is 1.92 ducats left. We have over 1,000 ducats right now, which is pretty decent. Oh, look, at ideas. We could finish this off. Leaders without upkeep, the advisor cost, but that's not as important to me right now as the cores that I am going to need, and also admin tech. We are falling a little bit behind the times on that. Or rather, we are on time. Oh, goody! Our general died. Oh, Mantua sieged down shockingly fast. They did not have that. There's no way they had that mothballed, right? No way. Huh. Okay. Oh, you don't even have a castle here. You've just got a capital fort. Well, that would explain a lot of it. Huh. Alright, well, that ends this war, so let's go ahead and move our troops back. We will allow you guys to sort of dock up and mothball, because we should not need any transports now that we have this province. Let's first deal with Mantua. I need a guy back. Come away from Florence, I don't care about them. Alright, so, Mantua, we're not going to take your province. Aren't you lucky? We are instead going to take your war reps, make you give up your claims. We're going to have you annul your treaties. We're going to take your money. And then we're going to try to get you back in the Trade League. Alternatively, I could force you to transfer your trade power. Which actually isn't a terrible idea. This might be better. Well, okay, if we can get... Okay, here's the question then. If we can get them back into the Trade League, then transferring their trade power will happen anyway, and it says that they're gonna, so... I don't see any reason to spend the war score on that. I would rather... I mean, I'm gonna get it for free. I'd rather just get the prestige, so let's do that instead. Makes sense. We could have enforced military access and just cancel it, get the extra 2 prestige. That seems fine, too. Alright, good. Done. There we go. Can we please cancel? Well, we can't quite yet. April 4th. Alright, Croatia. Do not unconditionally surrender. I look at this and I just want to click it, and I keep forgetting. That's a bad idea. Don't click it. Alright. This, and this. Do we want to take the rest? We could. Aggressive expansion. Austria could join, but no one else would. We might. Do we want to just take it? Just take all of it? 195 ducats as well? Why not? Let's just take it. They're territorial cores. They're going to be cheap. Alright, done. There we go. Grew a little bit larger. Very cool. Doop, 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 doop. We knew that was going to be expensive because this was already part of a state. We have another fort here, which is fun. Mission. Incorporate Corfu. You know, we could consider that. I mean, I know that I talked about how it might be better technically to have vassals and just take up all this territory, and that's better. But if we can have as many territorial cores as we want, then we don't necessarily need to keep these guys. Yes, technically, we'll have 75% autonomy because they won't be states. Or will they? Oh, wait, actually, I don't know. When you incorporate a country into your own, what happens with their cores? Do they become territorial or state? If they become state, that actually might mess up my numbers a lot. Ooh, I don't know. We could always make it into a territory after the fact, though. I think we go ahead and incorporate them, and the reason I think that is because we do not have very many diplomatic relations. Every single one of them is precious, and if I ever do want to take over Cyprus and use them to eat the Mamluks, which is far more valuable to me than Corfu, then yeah. On the other hand, do I want to take a lot of territory from the Ottomans myself or feed them to a vassal? I think we incorporate them, honestly. I think that's actually an okay thing to do. To that end, we should probably improve relations. Hungary has announced Bohemia as a rival. That's not going to end well for you, so I'm not sure why you did that, but okay. There we go. Do a little split. And that should be it for that. Very good. We have no manpower, again, as is becoming rather common for this playthrough. Do we have any... Let's see. I don't care about that. Shipbuilding time? I guess shipyards don't reduce the cost of building ships anymore. So if I'm gonna upgrade this fleet, it doesn't really matter where I do it. Let's go to Dalmatia then. Upgrading the fleet will cost me 1,000 ducats. Oh boy. Done. Go ahead and repair my ships. Cardinal, across the border. Do we upset Austria? Sure, we will upset Austria and take the corruption. We now have 3 cardinals. Ha 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 ha. The overextension does mean that we're actually having problems. We should root out corruption a little bit. Ooh, boy, it could be expensive to do that. But 3 ducats will reduce it by 0.25 yearly, which is actually a lot, so no, it's fine. It's fine. Won't take too long. So yeah, let's go ahead and improve relations with Corfu then, and once we get them up there, we will eat them up. Did my timer go off? No, I just never set one. Well, that kind of figures. Let me set a new one real quick. Like so. There we go. Ha ha ha. Alright. Well, we still have 356 ducats in the bank. Doing just fine on money. We have a reasonable amount of power considering we are now coring 4 new territories. These Serbian separatists could pose a problem. We now are above 5, which means even with a 20-some stack, they could technically fire. We can invest in the next level of military tech, which I do like. That's new infantry, military tactics, very good, and combat width, very good as well. So let's choose a new unit type. Do we want... Let's see. Do we need the defensive pips? Or do we prefer the offensive and defensive shock? I think we actually prefer this. One of the reasons that infantry are so important in defense is they also protect your cannons. These are the center front line. So having pretty good defense on your infantry means that your cannons will survive longer and be able to do more damage. I think we're going to go with that. Seems reasonable enough. I don't see why they added sailors into the game. I really don't. It was a nice idea in theory, right? Because it'd be like a manpower. But let's be honest, have I ever had any issues with sailors? Granted, I haven't lost a lot of ships, so that's part of it, but... Like, really, I feel like this is kind of a worthless stat. Like, I almost don't even need to know what this is. It's practically irrelevant to me. Alright, how are we looking as far as our coalition? Lots in Austria. Hungary actually has a lot more. This is interesting. So the game said that there was only Austria would be able to join a coalition against me, but there are definitely a lot of people with above 50. It is 50, right? If you have above 50 aggressive expansion, they can join a coalition? Or is it 60? I don't know. Well, Hungary is no longer a rival to me, so let's go ahead and improve relations with them for a little bit. We'll just reduce the likelihood that we're going to have problems. Riga is going to have to give some money to Novgorod. Novgorod is trying to stay relevant, conquer what they can before the rest of it gets eaten by Muscovy, which is pretty typical. I love seeing my name across the map now. That's so nice. Again, the true heart of EU4 is whoever has the largest font size wins in the end of the game. So now mine's a little bit larger, I feel pretty secure about myself. I feel like I could make a joke, but I'm not gonna, because that would be bad. Alright, well, Oh, cool. All right, so these guys are now finished. They should start making money for me again. Thicker than water. Do we lose military power? I think we lose the military power. We're now in the negative, but it's more important to lose that than to lose the Republican tradition. Missionary is almost done in Raska, and when that is done, their unrest should dip down quite a bit. That'll be nice. Livonian Order will have to cede 1-2 provinces to Novgorod and the rests. Livonia is now a sovereign state, which is interesting. Apparently there's a distinction between the Livonian Order and Livonia, and I didn't know that. Huh. Cool. Alright. Doesn't really matter that much to us. Cool, so they're finished. Raska, your unrest should dip down a bit. I thought it would be more than that. Tolerance -4, separatism. Huh. I really expected it to be a bit more than, less than that, but okay. I guess I am wrong. Cool. Well, CO is Catholic, so these guys will never fire, which is good. Novgorod, Livonia is a new rival. We have a marketplace here. We have a marketplace, but we don't have a trading post. Genoa had built one. We took the province, and then the trading post went away. I'm not sure if that's because Aden took this first, and that ruined the trading post. Maybe if we had taken it before Aden could, maybe we would have kept it. I'm not sure how that works. I never did look that up. I keep meaning to, and I keep forgetting. Oh well. How's the Empire doing? You're working your way toward the next reform. Diplomats, diplomatic reputation, unrest. It's a good one. Bohemia is very solidly in control right now. Everyone agrees. Bohemia makes a good emperor. We do not need to continue improving relations with Ferrara. We'll improve with Mantua. In fact, let's invite them back into the Trade League. There we go. Welcome back, sir. Yes, we had a little bit of a spat. That's all water under the bridge. We like each other. We were meant to be friends. No need to improve relations with them. How are the rest of my members looking? Ravensburg's 51, 51, 20, 52. Not the Palatinate. Wurttemberg. We could improve with Salzburg. How are the Knights doing? I keep forgetting these guys still exist. We could take them over for fun, too. Come here. Come here! There we go. 73, you're doing just fine. Who else is in our trade league? Lucca, 91. Let's just continue to improve the Salzburg for a little bit. Make sure that our trade league stays strong. New Monarch. Mantua's doing all the trade embargoes. That's all fine. Religion-wise, we seem to be doing fine, but it looks like the Papal State is going to have some Protestants starting to creep around in their borders. That's going to suck for them. Really do hate that this is right on my borders. This will eventually cause problems for me, I guarantee it. And of course, religious unity is ever more important than ever now. Because that leads to corruption. So yeah. Okay, well, anyway, so now we own 74% of the Venetian trade node, which is not actually as big as you would expect, considering we got, Ferrara and stuff like that a while ago. Maybe this hasn't updated yet. There we go, 86%. That's more what I expected. Thank you. This one is not ours. It belongs to Austria. We're missing quite a bit down along Italy itself, to the Papal State and Naples, but I'm not willing to be hostile to them quite yet. Eventually, we're going to want to take over Mantua, Ferrara, the rest of Milan, bit of stuff in here. Because at some point, we're going to want to form Italy, don't you think? That would be good. I did not want to take this yet. I think I'd rather save up for the admin tech. Benign neglect. Oop, and an election. Do we go down to 57? Yes. Benign neglect. They can do things on their own? Let's see, Varazd. I don't think that we care about this province. No, we don't. Alright, let's think. The manpower is not going to be useful to me. You have pretty decent production. Local trade power? Up to 5? We actually get enough bonuses from mercantilism that the trade power actually might be worthwhile to me. That's part of the Wien trade node. You know what? I'm going to do local trade power. The taxes and the manpower are kind of irrelevant to me at this point. It's going to have 75% autonomy. Trade power might be a little bit better. The autonomy gets offset by the fact that I have such really, really good mercantilism. So yeah, alright. We'll do that. Bit of money to spend still. Whoop! There's our admin tech. Let's do that. Get ahead of time. Now we have a production efficiency, and we are reducing our corruption a little bit faster, which will save me money. We are also getting really close to the next idea group. We'll probably pick up a diplomatic one. Probably. But I could always be convinced to do something else. We could do military. What would we take, actually? It's a good question. Influence ideas is tempting. The diplomatic annexation cost is pretty good. The plutocratic ideas, the full sovereignty act. Aggressive expansion impact, situationally not too bad. No exploration. Trade ideas seems logical. Trade power abroad plus 30%, holy crap. I mean, yeah, it's not bad. That would get us extra merchants. Global trade power, trade range, trade efficiency, merchant. Trade steering, caravan power, and another merchant. 3 merchants to work with. My god, the caravan power would stack up so well. Diplomatic ideas, though. Let's see. Advisor cost and diplomatic reputation. Diplomatic reputation and improve relations. Neither of those acts are particularly good. An extra diplomat isn't especially important to me, but the diplomatic relations is kind of nice. Cost of reducing war exhaustion, not relevant to me because I have optimism. Improve relations, no. Diplomatic reputation plus 2 is pretty good. Province war score costs, This is really good. I don't know, I don't think we go for diplomatic ideas. It's not that good. I don't think we need espionage ideas. Some of these are pretty good, but all in all, I don't know. Like, I don't see any good acts, so study technology shouldn't be too relevant to us because we are ahead of time so often that we won't get a lot of use out of this. The diplomat's not relevant. The only thing I would really probably want is, like, slander merchants and stuff, but nah. Nah, we'll skip that. I don't know. It looks like it's either between influence or trade. Trade would make some sense. I do love the reduced aggressive expansion, though. And the diplomatic annexation cost is quite good. This would allow us to start getting vassals and chewing them up pretty quick. Which is not bad. And you get an extra diplomatic relation, which means we could actually get a Cyprus and keep Corfu. Unjustified demands. Couple of decent ideas, actually. Not bad. I don't know. One of the two. I'm not really sure. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section. I am open to your suggestions. Huh. An honorable people. Nice. We're up to 100 prestige. Alright, well, I think that is where we are going to end this video, but thank you guys for watching all the same. I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, dear God. Now we have to fight Castile and England and Brittany and Portugal and the Papal State? Are you kidding me? Freaking heck, man. France declared the war, though. France is allied to Scotland, me, and Friesland, which is not relevant. Castile. How strong are these people? I need to know. Sorry, I was going to end the video, but alright, 24,000. France has 58,000. My god. Brittany has 7. Oh, come here. England is involved. That's another 31. My god. Portugal. And the Papal State, too. Ouch. I would hate to have to fight them. 19. France, what are you doing? You realize I have no manpower, right? This is a terrible war. And they've all joined. Just FYI, all of them are here. You would lose this pretty soundly. You're really relying on me to save you. This is not a good idea, France. This is a terrible idea. But we really want France to like us, so I guess we're gonna do it. Oh, boy. This sucks. Okay. Well, we're at war. I guess we are gonna have to deal with that next time. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Pravus with EU4 Mare Nostrum. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I, as always, will see you guys next time.